Our series of more perfect union aims to show that what unites us as Americans is greater than what divides us. Almost 50,000 workers walked off the job more than 2 weeks ago at America's biggest automaker, that's General Motors. It's estimated the strike has cost GM more than $1 billion, but one Ford auto worker helped lessen the divide in Detroit. Kris Van Cleave shows us how he united the rival car giants with one selfless act.
Like the F-150s that every 53 seconds roll off this line, Fredo Pacheco is built Ford tough.
Let's just be honest. There ain't no other vehicle better than a Ford.
But what really drives this auto worker is building more than America's best-selling truck.
I mean, he saved my life. I'm here because of this guy.
Fellow auto worker Rick Foley felt sick 4 years ago. Turns out he needed a life-saving liver transplant. Rick and his wife Carolyn knew the odds. 1 in 5 in his situation don't make it.
You get really desperate. I mean, it's
life or death.
It is, yeah. And I was dying every day.
Until the day he met his match.
I just knew I could help somebody. In my heart, I knew I was his match.
The Ford worker found a new focus, even though the two men had never actually met, because Rick worked way down the line at crosstown rival General Motors.
I didn't imagine that there was someone out there that was going to want to save my life. And I certainly didn't think it would be a stranger.
After no family member was a fit, and he looked for liver donors as far away as North Carolina, Rick's wife, Carolyn, who works at the same plant as Fredo, posted this desperate plea. My husband, Rick Foley, needs a liver transplant.
Carolyn was just a coworker. I didn't know her much. She was a high-and-by friend at work. Rick, I'd never met him. I met him the day I told him.
The day you told him?
The day I told him.
So, hi, it's nice to meet you. I'm giving you my liver.
Basically. They knew I was trying, but they didn't know I was his match yet.
Fredo's wife, Kathy, captured how long the hug lasted when he shared the news.
It's literally someone taking you out to dinner to let you know that they're going to save your life. And actually, this is the date that the surgery is going to happen, if you're available.
If that day is good for you.
If that day is good for you, right.
The father of 5 was a perfect match, but the pair faced a setback. Doctors said Fredo was 28 pounds too heavy for the surgery, so he started working out before and after his 10-hour overnight shift. And Fredo made his goal by 1 pound. But the surgery still had its risks. Living liver transplants are rare. Only a few hundred happen in the U.S. each year, and 1 in 500 donors don't survive the surgery.
We find these living donors to be the most inspiring individuals to ever work with.
Dr. Marwan Albazud performed part of the successful transplant here at Detroit's Henry Ford Hospital.
He is the fullest of human potential, Fredo. It's a gift I can't repay, but I can spend a lifetime being his friend.
And when his friend Fredo, after years of making the F-150, for the first time bought his own,
that is sweet.
He knew right where to drive it.
When you see a man frail and knowing he's going to die soon to where he is now,
That looks awesome.
Is an amazing gift.
Do you ever feel the urge to remind him that it's essentially a Ford part that's keeping the Chevy going?
All the time. We do it all the time.
For CBS This Morning, Kris Van Cleave, Detroit.
What a great story, yeah.
He's the fullest of human potential.
Yes.
Especially when you think that he's a high and by friend. I just wouldn't give my body part to someone I don't know. I just wouldn't do it. I don't know if that makes me a bad person, but so I admire people who can, is the point I'm making.
Yeah.
Wow.
You might. You haven't met the right person.
I think in the right circumstance you might.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, if you say so.